Probably my favorite button to use with Terry. His standing heavy kick. Probably his longest range button, right? It is -4 on block, so it can be punished if you're like this close, but you would never really be doing it that close. The good thing about this button is that it's probably going to be your best whiff punishing tool. And, you know, you're going to get pretty cool conversions off of this because you see it leaves him in this little state. Man just falling back, look a little drunk, look a little disoriented. Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Punk, and I'm back with another one. And today we're going to have a very exciting one because today we are going to be finally bringing back the Punk Gods. You know, we did a God on Cammy, we did one on E Honda, and you know, we haven't really done one since that first release of the game, but today we are coming back with another one finally, and it's going to be for none other than man like Terry Bogard. I know a lot of you fellas out there have been wanting to learn how to play Terry. Maybe some of you KOF players also wanting to learn how to play some Terry in Street Fighter so you can get into the game. Well, today I'm going to be giving you the ultimate guide on how to play some Terry Bogard. You know, not really much more to say. Please make sure to go like, comment, subscribe, and turn that post notification bell on, and let's start this guide. First thing we are going to go over is Terry's normals, right? Go over his normals and what, you know, you should maybe be using each of them for. So first we have his stand jab and his crouch jab. We're going to just go over both because, you know, they're both pretty much the same button. Just stand jab recovers 1 frame faster is about it, but they both 4-frame buttons. You know, you both get the little jab strings on hit and block. You get little combos, of course. We'll go over that later, but you know, jab is used for a few things. You know, jab throws for jab combos on offense. You know, it's just pretty much to set up some offense and maybe to fake your opponent out with thinking you're going to do maybe a fireball, and you just start jabbing, shoot some fireballs, and then, you know, wait to anti-air. So not really much for the jab there, just a jab pretty much. Good poke, good range. You can sometimes get jab counter hit medium punch like this. Just playing some neutral. You can walk around, do jab, medium. Probably see me do this with Cammy, but it's actually a pretty good tool you can use with Terry also. And it can lead to some big damage combos, but we'll be talking about that later on. Then now we got standing medium punch, or no, actually let's go for a standing light kick first. Got standing light kick, which is his 5-frame poke. So this button you will be punishing some things with. Sometimes when buttons are like -5 and they might, you know, you might block it too closely, like Gao's crouching medium kick. See, you can get like some punishes if you're in range, and then you can get like big combos. So yeah, this button is pretty much just used as a good poke. You can poke to buffer into special moves like into burn knuckle. Yeah, so you can buffer into like burn knuckle from distance like here. Or you can buffer into tackle or power charge, whatever it's called. And sometimes if you're far enough, when you buffer, you can actually get the combo. You know, so this is going to be a good button to use to just buffer in neutral. Try to look for a combo, or, you know, way to just start up some offense, or to just punish something. So either or is, that's pretty much going to be what your standing light kick is used for. Then you have standing medium punch, which you don't really use this button too often, maybe in some combo enders for just a little more damage, but really I don't really use this button too often. It's honestly a bit better than crouching medium punch. Maybe you could use it to whiff punish actually. Pretty good. It might be a good button to whiff punish with because I think it does have more range than crouching medium, but maybe it doesn't actually hit lows. Maybe it does have more range though, but it might have a problem where it doesn't actually hit like low buttons, so that could be a thing. Let's see what crouching medium punch. Yeah, see, so like a button that doesn't hit low, I guess, is actually really good to whiff punish with. You could go into medium power charge on punish counter, but honestly it's not really used for much outside of like a combo extender. I wouldn't worry too much about this button. It's not that important in my opinion. Then we're going to go on to the crouching medium punch. Crouching medium punch is going to be like your main tool, I think, like your main button you want to use to be pressuring with. You know, you can hit confirm it to drive rush to get drive rush combos. You can also hit confirm it to just roll special moves. But this button, your 6 frame poke, long range poke, good whiff punish, is just a button you're going to be using a lot, you know, with this character. It just does quite a lot. Setup combos. Is good for meaty setups, which, you know, I'll be telling y'all about later, of course. So yeah, this is just a good button. This is probably going to be your main tool that you use a lot, and with just using Terry for a lot of things, hit confirms, combos in general, all those kind of things. Next button we're going to go over is going to be our standing medium kick. Honestly, only really use this button, like, I think it would be good to meaty with. Like, you can meaty with this button and you could get this cool combo always. And if it counter hits, you can probably do like more, right? You can get more combos if you delay, like, and get a counter hit. You can just get bigger damage. Yeah, so things like that you could just, you'll be able to do. But honestly, I feel like this button is not like the craziest when you can do crouch and medium punch meaty, and they're both the same, I believe, on hit. Yeah, they're both +5, so pretty much the same on hit. I don't really know. Like, the most I use this button for is like a long range poke usually, and if you get counter hit, you can confirm it into your super 1, right? So like, that's the biggest thing I use this button for, is to just look for pokes. And if it ends up counter hitting from farther range, I just go into my level 1, especially in the corner. In the corner, this combo is very good because you get good meaty setups. And you can, you know, you just get pressure in general. So this is just good to do in the corner, which is like what I really like to use it for. And since you get a pressure after, meaty setup right there. But yeah, usually use that to just poke with and just hit confirm into level 2. Since you can't really get any combo from this range with your buttons, you only can really get your level 1. So you just gotta look for the counter hit. Don't do it without counter hit, because you see it will not combo. Don't do that. And now we have the crouching medium kick, which, you know, like a typical Shoto, you pretty much use it like that, you know, drive rush, canceling out of it, get your little drive rush combos. We'll be going over, of course, later. Just a good poke, good whiff punish too. This is a long range low. You know, so you're just going to be using this to start pressure when you have lots of drive meter. Or sometimes you want to whiff punish. It's good to whiff punish and go into this target combo here. So he has a target combo with the crouching medium kick. You know, so in the corner you can do like medium crack shoe, heavy DP. You can do quite a few cool things with this. You know, so you guys, no, you gotta delay it is what it is. You can get like a mini fireball, I believe. You know, something like that. But yeah, you really just use this to whiff punish with, and sometimes maybe you can catch your opponent off guard with this. It's not very real. If they have an EX reversal or a super, they could just super between this, but you know, just drive rush out of. But if they are just a character that only have a level 1 super, I would say a level 1 as a reversal, I would say it's not such a bad idea to do this. Especially since if it hits, you can just confirm it into the special move, right? You don't actually have to drive rush cancel, but on block you can just do a drive rush cancel. So yeah, keep in mind that if they do have an EX reversal though, they can just blow through the drive rush cancel. Next button we're gonna go over are the standing heavy punch. This button is really just a combo ender. In the corner, I do like to use this to try to harass some drive meter or to get a hit confirm with. As you can see, like if you get close enough, it hits twice, so it makes it very easy to hit confirm it on the second hit. And then even if it hits once, you can still kind of confirm it, like right here. You still can kind of late confirm it into like a drive rush. So in the corner, I'll try to harass you. Maybe do like Stand Fear's Fireball. You know, just something like that to just harass some drive gauge sometimes. Or just to look for a hit confirm. Easy hit confirm into either drive rush combo if you have a lot of drive gauge. Or you could just hit confirm medium power charge. Rising tackle for a very good damage combo. Get pressure after. Or you can go into like a safe jump, I guess. Yeah, Stand Fear's is pretty much just going to be used for combos and what I showed you in the corner, if you want to use it that way in the corner, of course. Next button, going to be probably my favorite button to use with Terry. His standing heavy kick. Probably his longest range button, right? It is -4 on block, so it can be punished if you're like this close, but you would never really be doing it that close. The good thing about this button is that it's probably going to be your best with punishing tool, and you know, you're going to get pretty cool conversions off of this, because you see it leaves him in this little state. Man just falling back, look a little drunk, look a little disoriented, and you get cool combos. But you know, we'll go over that later. But yeah, this button is very much used to just abuse and neutral. It takes out a good amount of drive gauge, as you can see. Sometimes it makes people want to start drive impacting, because they can drive impact it if they make a good read. So you can just use it to mess with people and then maybe wait to react with a DI, right? And then you also can just use it to, you know, whiff punish with, get a whiff punish. See, you got whiff a button. Look, boom. And then you could just get a good combo. See how far I could whiff punish him with this? So yeah, this button is going to be your main whiff punish tool pretty much. Last, oh no, not last, but Terry has 2 more buttons, which is going to be his Crouch Fears, which honestly, I don't really use this button at all. I feel like it's kind of pointless to use his Crouch Fears. Maybe in a combo or something you can sometimes, but I feel like I don't really ever use this button at all. His Crouch and Heavy Punch, maybe you can use it to anti-air sometimes. I guess that probably would be the best use for it, is sometimes to try to get an anti-air if you don't want to DP, or you don't feel like you have enough time to DP. You can try to Crouch and Heavy Punch, but this button, I feel like it's not too used for Terry. And then of course you have his sweep, which, you know, it's just a sweep. Not a very good sweep. His sweep, one of the worst ones, maybe the worst in the game. Very slow, and then it's very easy to punish on block. So if you don't get the whiff punish with how slow it is, you're always probably going to be left very vulnerable to get punished. So, you know, not really much use for this. And then of course Terry has an overhead, which of course, you know, drive rush overhead. You do get a combo like all the other overhead characters in the game. So that's pretty much, I think, gonna be all of Terry's buttons. I don't think I'm missing anything. Nope. This part of the video is gonna be sponsored by Punk Workshop. Gonna be a nice little hitbox. If you've not heard of Punk Workshop, this is one of the best hitboxes that you can get right now. Very light, so light, can just hold with one hand. You don't have to really worry about carrying something heavy on your back. People who play fighting games travel a lot, and you know, you just want something light to be able to carry in your backpack. This definitely got you covered there. It's very light. Got the extra buttons that you can assign for things like drive impact or parry, so you know people can't just shoot them fireballs or DI you so easily. Also, this will be taking the USB-C. I know a lot of people love the USB-C. It's very durable wires. And also, look at this. The coolest thing I think I love about this is, boom, look how easy it is to take off. And if you're very good at fixing sticks and, you know, being able to do things like that, you would love something like this, because it's very easy if you're having a problem with your buttons or something to just take apart. And also, another good thing I love is how silent the buttons is. I got this right near the mic, and you probably could still barely hear them, but I'm actually hitting them quite hard. But the buttons are very silent, so you know, if you have someone at your house that don't want you to make too much noise playing the game, this definitely have you covered. So definitely go check out Punk Workshop _US on Twitter, or check out their website at punkworkshop.us. Go check out the hitboxes and get yourself one of these bad boys, and I'll see y'all in the video. So okay, next thing we're going to be going over are Terry's special moves. Of course, you know, we have the first one, which is the fireball. Not exactly like a traditional fireball because it does travel on the ground, and you know, let me see, show you. I can make Gao shoot Sonic Boom, and you see they will not clash with each other because his is too low. But that is the light fireball, of course, because the medium fireball is more like a regular fireball, but it just doesn't have a lot of range. As you can see, the light one goes full screen. Medium one just kind of travels a little far, but it does act like a regular fireball where it will clash with the fireball. And then you have the heavy version of his fireball, which is not an actual fireball, which actually counts as a physical attack. But it can nullify a fireball. So you could always use it to nullify a fireball if you really wanted to. But I would say this is used in more pressure and on combos because it is +8 on hit, and on block it is also +5. And your left and throw range if you do it close enough. I feel like it's very good to throw out light when you have a good health lead. Makes it good, but is, you know, you can also set up people to bait them to parry, try to parry if you know that it's going to whiff and they parry here, and then you can rush in and grab them for a punish. So it's very good to set up baits with the medium fireball after shooting a few lights, and then they just start parry. Drive rush, and you can get a throw punish counter. So it's a pretty good little strategy, little mind game you can do with Terry Fireball. And I feel like the best thing about the light one is when you have the health lead against regular fireball characters, it makes their fireball harder to throw, you know, because if they take the trade, they're going to die, or you know, you're winning, so they can't really just take a fireball trade with you the whole time. But yeah, that's going to be Terry's Fireball. Next, you have the Burn Knuckle, and also it's this 2-hit move overhead, which I don't really think this move has much use for. You don't really use this. It's an overhead the second hit, so you can surprise people. Maybe if you want to be a little tricky and think they're not awake, you can just do something like that. Make the first hit whiff, and then, you know, just go into level 3, hoping they don't know. But usually you don't really use the light version. You really would be using the medium knuckle, which is just a free move. You know, it's just a free get in the face move. Maybe a hit, you get plus frames on knockdown. And then, you know, if you space it correctly, as you see the screen shake, you can make it plus. If you see the screen shake, that means it is plus, maybe +1 or +2. But you can also just make it like not punishable in general if you space it out correctly. But if you do it in their face, it is -6. So, but you just beware to just, you know, always at least want to space it out to be -3, -2, so you cannot get punished. And if the screen shake, is always going to be plus on block. Same applies with the heavy knuckle. This one I feel like is more used for combos, though. You don't really use it as like a just get into, because it is very hard, much harder to space out. And you know, it's very telegraphed with him raising his arms so high, so slow, and then charging in. So usually just want to stick with the medium one, which is just going to really be used to just toss it out. Just make sure you space it out well to not be punished. Even if you're not plus is okay, because they might just run into it, and then, you know, they run into it, it knocks them down. You start to get pressure, free pressure every time. Just want to just toss this move out whenever you feel like it. Maybe you run into some people who can perfect parry, but then you just have to make it more difficult when you use it. You know, just don't try to spam it as much, but you know, that really depends on the player you're playing against. Power Charge, this move is going to be more so for combos, which I'll show you, you know, combos with each version of Power Charge later. But right now, you know, we're not really going to focus on this special move because it is only going to be for combos. And then you have, of course, his DP. You know, it's just a DP. You use it to anti-air, do combos with it. That's pretty much it. You know, y'all understand what a Dragon Punch is, what the purpose is. So what all Shotos have. So yeah, it's pretty much just Terry's Dragon Punch. And then last special move, the Crack Shoot, which is going to be a good move you can honestly toss out in neutral sometimes to just catch your opponent off guard. maybe they're mashing like a low forward every time after 3 jabs, and you just want to catch them off guard, then you can just toss out like a crack shoot. But usually you don't really do this move unless you want to do it for combos also, like the last move we talked about. You know, combos like that. So just kind of want to chill out with this move. And Burnout is very good, but we'll talk about Burnout stuff later also. And next we are going to go over are going to be his supers, which level 1 is the Buster Wolf. And this level 1 is very good because it can actually anti-air neutral jumps from a very good distance if you do it correctly. I'm just doing it very early, but yeah, if you're just letting them fall, yep. So it's very good when you just like shooting fireballs and you see someone neutral jump, boom. Look at that. Free punish. So this level 1 is very good, of course, for combos like every super. And then I would say also if you want to anti-air people and get some damage and corner carry very easily, you should try to use the Buster Wolf super. And then we're going to have his level 2, the Geyser, which of course has extra extensions. If you have drive gauge and an extra bar, you can do 3 of them. That does a ton of damage, which is going to be used for some combos that I will show you about later, of course. And then you have, of course, the level 3, which, you know, it's just a level 3. You can also probably anti-air with this. Pretty good anti-air because it's just like his DP, right? So good anti-air, just a level 3, normal level 3. Doesn't really have much range, so it can't really go through fireballs that well. But, you know, just good for doing combos and getting extra damage. So that's going to be all of our normals and special moves and supers right there. So now let's go over some of Terry's important combos. I would say these are the combos that I use probably more than, I guess, like other ones. Like these are, I guess, the most optimal and important ones that you'll probably use in matches all the time. No drive gauge combos yet. This is just going to be regular combos. So you have, well, I guess you wouldn't really do that combo, but when you meaty someone, sometimes you will be doing combos like this, or of course jab, 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 heavy DP. This is the staple for Shotos, right? Jab, 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 DP. So you'll be doing that combo quite a lot. You'll be doing the crouch and medium punch, stand light kick, DP quite a lot. Or you can, of course, go into burn knuckle if you want better pressure at the end of your combos. Yeah, so you'll pretty be doing that if you want some better pressure in your combos. Then, of course, you have stand medium kick, stand light kick into this. Yep. So stand medium kick, stand light kick, power charge. And then jab, jab, DP. So this combo will always work. Like the space and L for stand medium kick will always allow you to get the jab, jab combo off of the charge. Because sometimes even if you can get like 3 jabs, you can't, you know, get the follow-up there. So specific ranges, you'll be able to get this follow-up because the tackle will become +4 instead of +3, which will allow you to get the jab after. So this combo will always pretty much give you that. Yes, if you like land a jump in off of the first hit of standing heavy punch, if you get the first hit, you could do heavy tackle. Mid screen, honestly, I like to do this combo because the pressure is very good after. So like if I could get a heavy power charge combo, I will always go into the heavy burn knuckle ender if it's mid screen. I personally think that you should do it. The best corner carry in Oki, unless you want to spend some drive gauge, right? If you want to spend some drive gauge, you can do heavy tackle and then, you know, do a little ender with heavy DP or like another burn knuckle. So you would do something like this. I don't really use these combos, honestly. I feel like I'm not good at it. There you go. but I honestly wouldn't advise doing that. EX, I don't think Terry really has any EX combos, so to say. EX tackle isn't very useful. Yeah, I would say that he doesn't really have, I guess, EX combos, right? So next I would go into is the drive rush combos. That's pretty much going to be all of our combos on normal hit. So drive rush combos is going to be the important ones in my opinion. Your normal drive rush combo probably will be coming from crouch and medium kick a lot of times. So crouch and medium kick. You can do crouch and medium punch. There you go, right there. Crouch and medium kick cancel. Crouch and medium punch, stand-in heavy punch. Make sure it's the first hit of stand-in heavy punch you cancel, because if you cancel second hit, it does not combo, as you can see. So you want to make sure it's the first hit and then heavy burn knuckle. Very easy combo. So crouch and medium kick, drive rush. This is going to be your mid-screen combo. In the corner, if you land this, you would want to go into something like, you would want to go into this. This is probably the combo you would want to do unless you want to get a little bit more tricky. This does the most damage, but it's pretty hard to do, so I wouldn't advise trying to do it. So you can actually get burn knuckle into heavy DP, but as you can see, you have to time it perfectly. So you can try this combo, but you have to delay the cancel, and then sometimes like that, it will either drop. So you have to get on the perfect frame like there. See how it hits kind of meaty when I do it, so you can get a little more damage from that, but you know, if you don't want to go for that combo, I would advise just doing the simple combo, cancel into heavy fireball and then heavy DP, and that'll be your corner combo pretty much. Or that's going to be pretty much your main drive rush combo. Even if you come out of drive rush, crouch and medium punch, the only thing you would change up in crouch medium punch is instead of doing drive rush crouch medium again, you want to actually do drive rush stand medium kick, because as you can see, it does more damage. Like you could just see the starter, that's 1110, right? And then this is 1195, so quite a little difference here. So you want to try to start it up there, and then it's always going to pretty much be that same ender that I showed you earlier, no matter what button you cancel from. So you can cancel from the 2-hitter, same thing. Applause. This is pretty much just going to be your bread and butter drive rush combo. And then of course you have some more corner combos, like, you know, you could just do medium power charge. So let's say you land with punish or a hit, you could just go straight into crouch and medium punch, medium power charge, and then heavy DP, which is a pretty good combo. Especially since, like, when I start to show y'all the meaties and stuff later, y'all understand why combos like that become very important. Like right now, you don't really see a use maybe to be able to land medium power charge in neutral, but I'll be able to show y'all later on in the video when we get to that section. But yeah, in the corner you can pretty much do this combo here, right? You can try to do the crack shoot combo. I wouldn't recommend this one personally because it does less damage than all the other enders that I showed you. But you know, if you want to, you could. I think like mid-screen, if you want the optimal damage, is okay, right? But I would only do it when you're like that close to the corner. Like you see where it actually gonna put you into the corner, so it's okay. But if it's not going to just, that ender not going to put you in the corner, I would just say go with the burn knuckle every time. That's pretty much going to be Terry's basic combos. He does have other combos like level 2 combos, for example. Let's say you got a drive rush cancel. You could do something like this. I feel like my level 2 combos aren't that good though. I don't use it too much. So But anytime you can get medium power charge, you can link a level 2 combo. So just keep that in mind. Any combo that you can get a medium power charge, you can link some level 2s into. Right? So that's going to be very important for probably you can learn some better combos than either I can even teach you. But also we're going to come here and go to these punish counter combos, which is going to be very important also, which is going to be one, your stand heavy kick punish counter. You can see that is like my favorite combo to do if I get a whiff punish from this range, because the corner carry is so good. But if you get the whip punish a little closer, you can actually do a bit more damage with that. And if you're in the corner, you can actually do that into crack shoot, or you can actually do heavy crack shoot and get quite a lot of damage. So, but I guess in the corner you wouldn't really do that combo, because this does more. You would just do stand heavy kick, medium punch into heavy DP. That does 3,400. As you see, this one does a little less than that at 3,000. So your optimal stand heavy kick punish counter combo in the corner, just want to do medium punch, stand medium punch, heavy fireball into DP. Also, if you want to get freaky with it a little bit, this combo does a grip of damage. Just, it's so easy. Stand heavy kick, stand medium punch, EX knuckle. And look at how much damage that do, 5,900. Maybe you could do a little more. Let's see. How much does this do? Nah. Yeah, so I think this, like, and if you're very close, you can get crouch heavy punch also, which is like probably like if you punish a DP. Let's say I'm punishing a DP, guy flash kick me, I could do stand heavy kick, crouch fierce, and then the 3 level 2s, which will just do so much damage. Or you could do something cool like a drive rush combo if you don't want to spend all bars. But yeah, I think those combos are going to be very useful. Those are the ones you're going to at least see yourself using a lot of the time playing this character. So your DP punish mid screen would be like stand heavy kick into something like that. Maybe that actually would be a bit better. Actually, no, just stand medium punch does more. Yeah, so punish counter mid screen, or you could do something like that. This does a bit more. Like if you actually block the DP mid screen, I would say do combo like this. As you can see, that does 3,400. So that's pretty good combo, I would say. Yeah, so as you can see, if Gao wakes up flash kick here, you can do a combo like that, which I think is very good because of corner carry. Like, look at the corner carry on that. It's actually insane. So I would say like a combo like that mid screen would be the good option to go for, in my opinion. And if you're in the corner just doing stand heavy kick, you know, this would be your best combo to punish boom with, if you don't want to use any bar, of course. Or not a boom, a flash kick, or an EX reversal, whatever the case may be. Whatever EX reversal, wake up super, you would just want to do this combo here. So I would say that's probably all of the combos for Terry. And now after the combos, now we're going to go into some meaty setups, some oaky setups on knockdown. Most of the time Terry really just get good pressure in the corner, right? If you do happen to get like, you know, a confirmed mid screen into this combo, which will be your just dash up twice. Yeah, so you're +6 here, which is very good. You know, it's not, you don't really get a concrete setup like to make a button meaty or anything. You can do crouch and medium punch, which doesn't actually hit meaty. Well, it is a meaty, but it doesn't make the medium punch plus, because Terry has some setups that make it plus. But mid screen, you won't really be getting any of those setups. So out of this combo, you would just want to get dash up, dash, and then, you know, take your turn with whatever you like. Throw, jab, 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 pressure, maybe a delayed medium punch or a shimmy. Whatever you want to do, you just pretty much can get off of this. Get my throw here. Then if I want dash, dash, medium punch, Actually, yeah, this medium punch is actually meaty enough to be +6. So you can actually combo this into itself if you dash. And then in the corner, which, you know, this is where it gets very fun with Terry, in my opinion. This is my favorite part, because you finally can give yourself access to a plus button. As you know, this button right here is -1, right? But if you do heavy DP, let's make a block after first here. So heavy DP, dash, crouch, and medium punch. Look at that. Auto time setup, +2 on block button. So this is why I say I love putting my opponent in the corner with Terry, because as long as you hit heavy DP, you can get a +2 setup. But there is a trick to this, because in all combos, it will not be the same. As you can see, it whiff here, right? So the trick to it is always trying to get your heavy DP to hit as if it's grounded. So you see how I can wait to the last frame and it hits as if Gao's pretty much touching the ground. But if I do it up here, you see how high I hit him. My medium punch just whiffed by watching when I let him fall down. Boom. Same as before. If I hit him at block after first hit, +2. And if I do it too high from a combo like this, it'll just whiff. So you always want to be mindful if you do any juggle. So always make sure that that DP is going to be hitting at the last frame, and it will give you a +2 medium punch setup. Which, if it's +2, you know, if they're holding up on hit or backdashing, as you can see, it can combo into itself, or you can actually combo it into crouch and medium kick and get quite a nice combo right there. So as you can see right there, DP, crouch and medium punch, AA, and then you can go right back into it again. If they get hit, you just keep going into it. And I'm pretty sure that does the most damage off target combo. I think it does more than, so that's 2620, 2690, yeah, so that's going to be the most optimal combo after that setup. If you don't want to spend any drive gauge, of course, if you want to spend drive gauge, then you just go ahead and do your regular drive rush combo. But that setup is going to be your main setup, because it gives you a plus button. And then if they try to mash, you can do like jab medium punch combo into the power charge, which is going to give you that setup right again. And then, you know, another cool meaty setup is if you ever do land, let's say, a medium power charge, you can get a safe jump here. So you do medium power charge, just hold out forward, and it will be a safe jump. They cannot wake up with a reversal here, because you will be able to block it. So this is a very easy setup, and very practical, that you'll probably see yourself using and being able to use quite often. So that is another good meaty setup right there. Is just a meaty safe jump. You know, everyone loves a good safe jump. And then here is going to be some overhead setup, so that you can get a combo off of a meaty overhead. So here you can do medium charge, dash, forward heavy punch, and you see it is +4, so I would be able to get, you know, a jab combo. Or I could do like a jab drive rush combo. And off of that is very good, because you can literally just go right back into it if you want. Right? Or you can just go into the safe jump here. Or the other thing, you could go into the heavy DP meaty. So you have quite a few options that you can get off of this medium power charge, depending on what you feel like you want to do, and to be able to just mix up your offense some, right? So those are 3 options that you can get out of the medium power charge. You can either go for a safe jump, heavy DP into a +2, crouch and medium punch meaty, or dash into overhead. And then another overhead setup I have is you can do it from this target combo with the crouch jab. So, you know, let's say you got your little heavy DP combo. Go into this light DP ender with the crouch jab. So you do target combo, light DP ender with crouch jab and then overhead, and it's going to be meaty enough to get that combo that I showed you before. So let me give you one example. And then you could just loop that offense over and over. As long as you got drive meter and you want to spend it, you can loop that offense over and over, and it just makes Terry's offense a bit scary and deadly to deal with, honestly. So that is going to pretty much be all of my meaties. Oh, actually, I have one more after Burn Knuckle, or two more actually, because I have one after level 1 also I would like to show y'all. So after medium Burn Knuckle, if you whiff 2 standing jabs like before, you can still get that same +2 setup. If you see yourself land and then in the corner with a medium Burn Knuckle, but this have to be grounded. This Burn Knuckle, they have to be grounded. So you see yourself landing this, you whiff 2 jabs, and then look at that +2 auto time setup. Got the setup for y'all. And then my last one is going to be after a grounded level 1. Look at that, you can get that +2 medium punch also. So these setups are all important. You should just get that plus on block button that Terry is actually missing in this game. In the corner, you can set it up quite easily from a certain amount of enders that Terry have. And I think that is a very important meaty after level 1, because this confirm in the corner medium kick on counter hit or punish counter, if you see that, is going to be a very important meaty. You'll see yourself doing it quite a lot, because you'll probably see yourself doing this confirm in the corner quite a lot. So this is what I mean when I said that we'll have to come back to this stuff, and you know, you'll see why that stand medium kick super was very important. As you can see, you get such a great setup. Now I want to come to you for some burnout strategies, because I believe Terry is actually a very good character in Burnout, in my opinion. As you can see, one, Burn Knuckle, no matter where they block it, it will be -2. So that means a lot of times it's very much going to be plus, even if the screen don't shake. As long as you space it well enough, you're going to be plus. You see, I'm +4 and the screen did not shake. When the screen shakes, you can be up to like +6, maybe +5, +6 if the screen don't shake. But as long as you space it out well enough, you're going to be plus. Same goes with the heavy knuckle. As long as you space it out well enough, it will be plus. So you have that, and then crack shoot is very good because it is +1 on block. So therefore, you can do crouch and jab, and it's real. Or if they respecting you, just walk up, throw. Yeah, so you have to always walk up. Not after heavy. So if you make them block heavy, you could just throw them. But I don't know if they're crouching. Let's see if crouching, that works the same. Oh yeah, so even if you just do the heavy one and they block, you don't even have to walk up to grab it. You could just mash grab. It's +3. They cannot mash between that. But the medium and light crack shoots are +1, which make them very good in Burnout to just abuse some chip damage. And then the last thing is going to be this heavy fireball. So just doing random things into this, because obviously it's not real, right? If they do actually mash a jab here, would always win. But people are so scared in Burnout that if you make them block, you know, just mix it up, and then you change up the buttons that you do it from, they can't actually mash the jab. So let's say I do it from back here, and like, they'll just beat their mash, right? And I get a full combo. So yeah, these 3 moves are very good to just abuse and then scare your opponent, and then eventually, you know, try to go for that drive impact stun. So I think that that's pretty much going to be like the things you want to use and Burnout to just scare your opponent. The last thing, of course, is pretty much just me talking about Terry's overall strategy, so you know you can get a good grasp on what you maybe should be doing with this character, right? Of course, Terry is not the most mobile character. His walk speed isn't the best. His forward walk speed is pretty good in my opinion, but the back walk speed makes it harder for him to do things like shimmy his opponent. So a lot of times when I try to shimmy, I get grabbed out of it because his back walk speed is slow. So a lot of times what I like to do on offense when I do get offense with Terry is to try to do a lot of delay button meaties or like walk up button and see if I could get a counter hit, because they might be tech and grab. So if they tech throw out, just counter hit them if I time it correctly. Since sometimes it's a bit too hard to shimmy with him, I like to do the delayed button a lot of times on offense. And then, you know, Terry, I feel like the whole game plan revolves around this burn knuckle. The fact that it's so easy to space this out to be, you know, 0 or -1, -2 on block, it doesn't take as much effort, right? You see where I'm at and how I'm spacing is not the best, and it's still only -3, right? Of course, don't do it here. You just don't want to do it like this close, you know? Don't make it too easy for your opponent. Of course, they can walk and block, so it makes it a little bit harder in real matches. But this is honestly your whole game plan, is trying to get this move out, and hopefully that your opponent just walks into it, because otherwise he doesn't really have like the greatest buttons. This button is very good poke, but it's very easy to whiff punish, and it doesn't really lead into anything on hit. So, you know, you do want to use this button, of course, to poke your opponent and look for like some hit confirms. You want to poke around, you know, boom. You see that counter hit, then you want to just go into it. You don't counter hit, you just poke. You see it, counter hit, boom. You can hit confirm into super. So that's going to be a part of your strategy. And then the last thing I would say is really just looking for, when you're in the mid-range, looking for a whiff punish with this button is going to be your best bet, because it's going to give you all your corner carry and pretty much give you all your big damage from a whiff punish, even in the corner. Of course, you can whiff punish with things like crouching medium punch, crouching medium kick, but from the really further ranges, a lot of times you want to try to use that standing heavy kick to whiff punish with. And then also just in neutral, you want to be poking with this stand heavy kick, because this button will annoy people, especially in the corner. It takes almost a full bar drive gauge. A lot of people get annoyed and they start trying to DI you, because, you know, if someone just randomly DI and I hit this button, they will punish me. But that's the good thing about it, because you just hit it and then you stop, maybe look for the DI, and you just DI them back. So you see, you can kind of see if someone's getting annoyed. Even if they end up DIing your heavy kick, you have data for the next interactions that you have with them using that button, right? So that's going to be very good. And then his fireball, I would say, is actually, it's pretty good. It's different, but you can use it for different ways. Like I could use this to bait a parry, maybe even this one if the person not really paying attention and they just parrying. But if you know the range, you can use this to bait the parry, come in and drive rush in and throw them for a punish. Or you could just shoot some light fireballs, especially against characters that have a fireball. You can just, you know, if you have a health lead, you can try to play around with this and force them to see if they're going to shoot their fireball, and just take some trades, right? Take some trades because you have the health lead. If you start with the health lead, you can afford some trades with this. With against a Hadouken or a Sonic Boom, I would say you can force some trades and just keep winning the match, right? So I would say like those things would be a part of your strategy with Terry. This character, I would say, is very straightforward, like kind of a regular Shoto, just a little bit different fireball. You got anti-air DP, of course, for when they jump. The fireball tricks I showed you, that's pretty much how you would want to be using his fireballs for those things. And then, you know, just using that burn knuckle to close the distance and maybe land random hits to get pressure with is pretty much going to be your whole thing, game plan with Terry. And also like looking for hit confirms with your crouching medium punch into drive rush, or maybe just into a special move when you feel comfortable actually hit confirming. You want to start doing that. So that is going to pretty much be, that's pretty much going to be it. You know, I hope that, you know, I was able to help you out in this guide. I did try my hardest, but I feel like maybe it's a little hard. Like it's not such a great god. I don't know. I feel like I just didn't do the best job, but you know, I did try to tell y'all and give y'all everything that I know about Terry. How do I approach him in matches, my strategy personally, you know, all that good stuff. I pretty much tried to show y'all the combos, the Oki setups that I use, everything that you see me probably doing in ranked match every day with Terry. I tried to explain to y'all what it is, how to do it, and you know, pretty much why I'm doing it. So you know, I hope this guide helped y'all a lot. Let me know what y'all thought in the comment section, and would you like to see more of these for more of the characters coming out? Let me know down in the comment section below, and as always, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.